What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's kind of an exciting day. I've been working really hard with AuCar on getting this digital climate control touchscreen up and on the market. They've done a phenomenal job. So today we're going to unbox, we're going to install, and we're also going to do a review on the new digital climate control touchscreen from AuCar. For the 2008 to 2017 Maserati Granturismo and GranCabrios. So first of all, it comes in a very nice box. So we'll go ahead and open it up, and I'll show you how it's all packaged and everything. Now I chose to get the matte black. It does come in carbon fiber, gloss or piano black, and matte black, and this is it. This is the final product, which is just gorgeous. And there it is, guys. It all comes already plug and play. It comes with the lock and unlock buttons, also the hazard control. Now this is glass. This is not plastic, which is really nice. And we'll see what comes in the box here. You have the backing bracket that'll hold it in, and then also this is the CAN bus decoder. It's simple, plug and play. You just plug this into your OEM wiring, and this goes into the back of the climate control, and then you just plug the hazard light lock and unlock right there. It's very easy. So, on that note, we'll go ahead and start the installation. Okay, as you can see, I already have my dash out. Now, you could follow my previous videos on how to remove this out of the car. It's going to be very simple. Now, I'm going to go over a couple tips real quick for you guys that when installing this that I've learned. I could do this, and it took me 30 minutes to get it out, so it's very quick. I've done it many times, so for me it's fairly simple. So one thing that's different that I did from the first video I did, I had troubles getting it out from the dash out from behind here. So what you do, I tape this up, but you pry this up. It's just plastic clips, and then there's two Phillips screws behind here that you undo, or you take out, and then you want to take out this your little trim piece here, and then there's a bolt here, and obviously the bolt there, and then you just pull this up. Now there is a wire attached to this, so you just pull it up and out of the way, and the dash just simply moves out. Now also, I kind of mentioned in one of my updated videos, you do not need to take the center out, so don't worry about that. You just need to take the four bolts out and lift this up, put it in neutral, lift this up, and you'll have access to the little screws back here. So, and then instead of taking the steering column off, you could get in here, and I show that in one of my other install updated videos, how you could just undo that one screw back behind here without taking all the, I guess, the steering column apart. So it makes it a lot easier, a lot faster. Okay, so what we need to do first is very simple. You're just going to need a 10 millimeter, just a 10 millimeter socket, and your, what is this? A 3 millimeter Allen, and a Phillips screwdriver. That's pretty much it. So the first thing we need to do is remove the climate control itself. If I get this set so it doesn't fall over. So there are 4 10 millimeters. This is the easy, oh excuse me, it's going to be 8 millimeter. Grab the wrong one. So it's going to be an 8 millimeter, not a 10 millimeter. So you're going to pull those 4 off. And that comes out like that. So now we have this out. Set it off to the side here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to pull out. Well, we're gonna go ahead and try and see if this whole assembly comes out. I'm not sure if it will all at one shot here, so. Come out very simple. Let's see if this comes out. Okay, I think there's a couple other screws here. We'll see. Yes, I believe it. Yeah, there's some other attaching. So you need to use your 3mm and take these 4 out. So this is probably one of the best solutions for sticky buttons too, is just replacing this whole thing. So we'll go ahead and continue removing some of these other parts here. The switch, I'm not sure if we have to remove this, but I'm going to go ahead and remove it just to get it out of the way. So there's your buttons. We'll set those. I don't think I had to remove that, but just for me to get more room, I think it will. And I think, oh, I see what it is. Okay, so what it is are these there's little clips here that are going to clip the front. So you're just going to pry those off, it looks like. And that's going to release the front. There we go. That was very simple. So that's off now. And then you could lift this right out. So looks like it's got some sticky stuff on here. It looks like some felt or something. So it's a separator. So I'm going to very carefully remove that without tearing it too much. I think it's kind of a buffer is what it is, or a kind of a fill piece. So I don't want to tear it. Okay, and there it is. The whole piece is out now. So, okay, we're going to do a little side by side. I just got this setting in here right now. Eventually I'll reattach it so all the bolts and everything stay together. But you'll see the size difference in it. It's quite a bit bigger. So the guys that have Quattroportes and different vehicles and the 2018 to 2020 models, this will not work. You can't interchange them. Now the 2018 to 2020 models, we need a surround. It's not available for Maserati, but we need the trim piece to be able to create this. Okay, now what we're going to do is go ahead and install this. I'm just going to slip this back behind here for right now. And it looks like we may have to do just a little bit, this little corner right here, we might have to just trim that off. We'll see here. I'm going to go off camera real quick and just see how that all fits correctly real quick, and then I'll show you if we had to trim this or what we had to do. It looks like I'm going to go ahead and trim this little piece off here. This one, there's a little notch here that I think it'll clear, but we might go ahead and trim that side off. It's not a big deal. So it's just not going in right there. So that's just a piece from, you can see how rough it is, cut open just from Maserati. So not a big deal. We'll just take some side clips or some side cutters and cut those off real quick. Okay, we'll go ahead and trim these off. It's just plastic under here, so it's gonna come off pretty easy. They just pop right off, so you're not gonna tear anything. So don't be afraid to do this. This is just just part of making things fit correctly, which is not a big deal. So okay, we'll see how that does, if that helps. Well, might just need a little more. Okay, so it's best to lay it down flat and just take your utility knife and you can just kind of push down and it just comes right out. So that's basically the only modification that I'm seeing that you have to do. Which is pretty minor, just this little tab that does nothing anyhow, so we might as well just take it all off. So we'll see how this fits now. Get these little pokey, this will scratch the plastic will, so make sure you can get all that out of the way. Okay, and there it is. It is upside down obviously, but you just need to trim that little tab and it'll push right in. Everything looks like it lines up really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and we'll start putting the plate on. Okay, I just went ahead and trimmed both sides, so that way we have room to adjust and make sure it's perfectly centered. So basically this is very simple. This just goes right on here, and then use the supplied screws that they sent. So that's a little tiny screw, so you'll probably need a smaller screwdriver to do this. Let's see. Yes, I'll have to grab a smaller Phillips screwdriver. Okay, you will see there are 4 longer screws along with the smaller ones. Of course, I'm assuming the 4 long ones will go on each corner here, so that's what we're going to do. So first thing you want to do is not drop the screws like I just did. Do the center, so you're going to do all these screws first because you'll be able to do these and then move it and adjust it and align it up. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Try this one more time here. Just takes a little patience is all. It's really not a difficult job, just a little patience. So we'll go ahead and just kind of see if we can get some of these started. It'd be best if you had a magnetic screwdriver. So I'm just going to get these started. Okay, I got these on, they're a little loose so I could adjust it a little bit, and I told you wrong. You're going to have a bunch of extra screws. They send you a bunch of screws, extra ones there, but don't worry about that. So what you do, you take I told you wrong, but you take your existing screws that you took out, and those 6 screws will go on the corners here. So I told you wrong on that, but I'm learning. So this is my first time actually installing it. I had the test one that just sat on my seat, so I didn't actually have it installed. So you'll see that there is adjustment, so you can make sure it's aligned perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and go off camera here, and I'm going to get all this on, kind of get it adjusted, and I'll give you some tips if I need to. Okay, we got them all in. So what I did is I went ahead and put all these little ones in first, and I left them kind of loose so you could adjust it and align it up. And then when it's all, just use one hand, kind of flip it up, align it, and then you could go ahead and put these screws in, make sure it's all aligned, and then you could tighten those up, and then go through and tighten all the little ones up. So very, very simple installation, really. Just take your time. Okay guys, there's the final installation. I think it looks great. You're officially going to have a modernized looking car for the center console. So I'm very pleased with the quality and the looks of it. So I will go ahead and finish the installation. Now the only other thing we have to do is plug in this CAN bus. Like I said, this goes into the back of your new unit, and this plugs into your original wiring harness, and then you plug in the other switch for your door lock and your hazards. Okay, one thing that I did forget to tell everybody, that make sure and put your CAN bus behind, put all the wiring behind, you'll see a little hole there, and then you'll bring just the one wire out because there's no place for the CAN bus to go. So you have to put it in and then kind of feed the wire out through the little hole about that big, and it plugs right in. Okay guys, the installation is done. You'll see I got everything put together. It took me about 45 minutes. It takes a little longer to put it all back in because you got to be a little more careful, but I think it looks pretty amazing. I'll go ahead and turn it on, and we'll demonstrate how it all works real quick. Now, one thing, this is made of tempered glass. I think I mentioned that earlier, which is really nice. So it's not going to get scratched or anything. So let's go ahead and start it up. Okay, you can see I already turned it on and kind of played with it a little bit, but I have it off right now, so when you put it all the way down to 0, it shuts it off. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. Put it up about 5. So there we go. Running. It's the air conditioner's on. There, it just clicked off. Turn it back on. Take the recirculating off. We'll go ahead and hit mono. Well, I guess you can see we raise it up a little bit, and then you could hit mono, which is going to make both sides equal. Let's see, we'll turn on the rear. Rear goes on and off. There, just click to recirculate again. Go ahead and shut that off again. Now you could aim these down to the bottom, which is really nice. Turn that off. So now we're just going to the bottom. Likewise, we go just to the top. There it goes. It's up to the top now. We'll go ahead and go back to the center. This is the rear defogger. When you hit it, you could hear it click underneath the dash, so it's activating. And then we'll go ahead and hit the defroster, and you'll see it automatically adjust to hot. So we will take that off immediately, and it goes right back down to where it was. So all in all, this thing works great. You'll see the phone lights, or excuse me, the hazard lights work. Lock, unlock, it all works. Now, when I first tried it, they weren't responding. And then I don't know if it had to relearn something, but within a minute or 15 seconds they were working perfect. So, and I have no problems with the lock and unlock buttons. So just, if you happen to put it in and you push them and nothing happens, don't freak out, they will work. So, but man, I am just utterly impressed. This thing is just awesome. So if you're interested in the new Gen 2 AuCar head unit running Android 10 and or the LCD climate control, you can get a hold of me at CaymanSpider@gmail.com. I'll send you all the pricing and all the information. I have matte black. I chose matte black. Now, as you'll see, I did paint this just for it because I had it matching the bottom. But I do like this painted a little different color. That was my choice. But this, you could get this in carbon fiber. So you could get both these in carbon fiber. You could get both these in matte black like I have. And you could also get both these in piano black. So you can mix and match whatever you want. Now the head unit comes in a silver and piano black. That you can get because some of the cars had the silver accents. Now they don't have silver for the trim on this, so what I would recommend is getting the silver and piano black. It would look really sharp. So on that note, I'm going to end this video. I hope everybody is impressed with it as I am. I think it's a phenomenal head unit. I'm just to see it in person is just amazing. So I'll have more stuff coming on the YouTube channel. Plan on doing some other things. So hope everybody hits that subscribe button and watches what I have coming next. Thanks a lot.